Mark 8:14-21. Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and the yeast of Herod. The disciples had forgotten to take any food, and they had only one loaf with them in the boat. Then he gave them this warning: keep your eyes open. Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and the yeast of Herod. And they said to one another, it is because we have no bread. And Jesus knew it. And he said to them, why are you talking about having no bread? Do you not yet understand? Have you no perception? Are your minds closed? Have you eyes that do not see, ears that do not hear? Or do you not remember? When I broke the 5 loaves among the 5,000, how many baskets full of scraps did you collect? They answered, 12. And when I broke the 7 loaves for the 4,000, how many baskets full of scraps did you collect? And they answered, 7. Then he said to them, are you still without perception? Let's dive into the mystery of St. Mark 8:18-21 and see if I can uncover what's really hiding there. Today, we're going to explore one of the most fascinating and often overlooked passages in the Bible, St. Mark 8:18-21. This short yet powerful passage holds secrets and mysteries that have been debated by scholars and theologians for centuries. And today, we're going to dive deep into its significance and uncover what lies beneath. When we think about St. Mark 8:18-21, we often wonder, what's the big deal? It's just a few verses in a book that's thousands of years old, right? But the truth is, these few verses hold the key to understanding some of the most fundamental principles of our faith, and yet, they're often misunderstood or overlooked. So, what's the main mystery surrounding St. Mark 8:18-21? Well, one of the biggest challenges is understanding the context in which it was written. You see, St. Mark 8:18-21 is nestled between 2 major events in Jesus' ministry: the feeding of the 4,000 and the healing of a blind man at Bethsaida. But what's interesting is that this passage doesn't seem to fit neatly into either of those events. It's like a puzzle piece that doesn't quite fit, and that's what makes it so fascinating. As we delve deeper into the passage, we begin to realize that Jesus is speaking to his disciples about their own understanding, or rather, their lack of understanding. Another challenge we face when interpreting St. Mark 8:18-21 is the temptation to read it through our own modern lenses. We bring our own preconceived notions and biases to the table, and that can lead to some pretty wild misinterpretations. But if we want to truly understand what Jesus is saying, we need to take a step back and try to see it through the eyes of the disciples who were hearing these words for the very first time. So, how do we unravel the mystery of St. Mark 8:18-21? Well, one way to approach it is to look at the language and imagery Jesus uses. He talks about eyes that can see but don't, and ears that can hear but don't. This is some pretty powerful symbolism, and it's easy to get lost in the weeds of interpretation. But what if we looked at it from a different angle? What if we saw this passage as a call to spiritual awakening, a call to wake up and see the world around us in a new light? Let's dive deeper into the history and theology behind St. Mark 8:18-21. One theory is that this passage is actually a commentary on the state of the Jewish leadership at the time. Jesus is criticizing their lack of understanding, their hardness of heart, and their refusal to see the truth. But what if we took it a step further? What if this passage is actually a prophecy, a warning to the church throughout history to stay vigilant and awake? As we explore the reported sightings and encounters surrounding St. Mark 8:18-21, one thing becomes clear. This passage is not just about the disciples, it's about us. It's about our own spiritual journeys, our own struggles to understand and see the world around us. And that's what makes it so powerful, because it speaks to something deep within us. But what's the most exciting or surprising discovery related to St. Mark 8:18 to 21? Well, for me, it's the way it challenges our assumptions about faith and doubt. We often think that faith is about being certain, about having all the answers. But St. Mark 8:18 to 21 shows us that faith is about embracing the unknown, about being willing to ask questions and seek answers. One of the most surprising things I've discovered is the way this passage is connected to other parts of the Bible. It's like a thread that runs throughout the narrative, weaving together different stories and themes. And when you start to see those connections, it's like the whole Bible comes alive in a new way. So what's the takeaway from our exploration of St. Mark 8:18 to 21? For me, it's a renewed sense of wonder and awe at the complexity and beauty of the Bible. It's a reminder that there's always more to learn, more to discover, and more to uncover. And that's what makes it so exciting, because it means that our journey of faith is never truly done. In conclusion, our exploration of St. Mark 8:21 has shown us the importance of staying awake and alert, of seeking to understand and see the world around us in a new light. I hope you'll join me in the comments below and share your own thoughts and theories about this fascinating passage. And if you want to explore more mysteries and secrets of the Bible, be sure to check out my other video on related topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.